My name is Meister, and recently, I've become homeless. Ever since I listened to an old man that gave me terrible financial advice, I've lost all of my net worth within a flash. Any momentum that I had going on my YouTube channel is all gone. Now I've nothing left in my name. To others, I'm essentially worthless. But what most people don't realize is that even in the depths of worthlessness, I've retained something more valuable than money. Knowledge. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how I flipped from basically nothing to a fully scrolled Hyperion. Starting with 0 coins to my name, I could do anything for money. I could whack wheat and sell it to the NPC for money, but does that really befit my status as a level 448? No, as a level 400, I found that getting my hands dirty from hard manual labor was too much for me. So the only way for me to get coins is to find some on the ground. Alright, I just have to sit here AFK until I see a coin on the ground, and honestly, there is a high chance that people walking by will just coins! Oh my god, I got 50 already. Alright, it's time for me to do my first flip. Alright, now that I have 50 coins, my first flip is going to be dandelions. You see, the first thing I learned from Modcraft's flipping to Hyperion video is that you can buy a dandelion and then sell it to the bazaar. If you have a look at the dandelion's price, I bought it for 33.9 coins. And now I can just sell it to the bazaar instantly for a 2 times profit margin of 77.6 coins. Now with all my money, I can buy even more dandelions. I can only buy 2, but that was actually 2 times the amount that I bought earlier. Right, I bought up the entire stock of dandelions, and now after I sell it to the bazaar, I have 28,000 coins. That's actually massive. Voiceover log here, my family was loud, so I have to redo this part. I found that the best thing to do with 28,000 coins at this stage was to not even spend a fraction of it, set up a bunch of buy orders for ultimate books that cost almost nothing, combine them into their tier 5 variants, and then flip them for 1,000 times margins. Alrighty, so I actually just finished combining 2 combo 5 books, and now I can sell all of these for a total of 692,000 coins. Oh, nice. My combo books actually sold. Alright, I'm just gonna claim these. And just like that, we have 1.4 million coins. Nice. So this is the part of the video where you find out the main advantages of not starting on a new profile. You actually have all of the collection recipes required, and it allowed me to just buy the materials for cheaper, and I could craft this so that I don't have to spend 700,000 coins on the auction house. Now I suddenly have a bunch of lapis, and I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Well, with the power of the personal compactor, I can just compact it once and then make the compactor do it for me. Usually a bazaar flipper's worst nightmare is to find out that they have more than 2,000 items to claim. But with the personal compactor, I can just make money by pressing a single button. Now with all this lapis, I can use it to craft grand experience bottles by just buying a bunch of bottles from the alchemist here. It's better to just craft it into grand experience bottles instead of selling the raw lapis materials itself. Wow, okay, that wasn't even edited, it sold immediately. Okay, so lapis isn't the only thing you can sell. You can sell pumpkins and melons and potatoes for a relatively high margin. In the bazaar sell, you can buy it for 1.5 coins, but when you sell it to the NPC, you can get 3 coins. You basically double your money every time the order fills up. Except the only flaw of this flip is that you have to worry about your inventory space. At once, you can only fit about 2,000 items in your inventory, but that's where the personal compactor comes into play. So I left up a bunch of buy orders, and now I have 470,000 items to claim. This is going to take a while, but it makes me a bunch of money at least. Believe it or not, there are a few minor optimizations that you could do to make this a little bit faster. However, I didn't really discover this until later because I was inexperienced at the time. So just bear with me for a second. Eventually, when I had more coins, it was time for me to make more money. I had to find a better flip. At the time of this recording, Marina was minister, and her minister perk was the fishing festival, which made me think that people would want to fish, and therefore fish bait would be in more demand. Requiring 2 pot fish and a salmon, it was a relatively cheap and simple recipe that allowed me to quadruple my money. Although the catch was I needed salmon 5, which I already had because I'm not on a new profile. So I made this gimmicky chest setup where if you break the central chest, you would get the perfect proportions to craft the bait without any remainders. Although in hindsight, this was actually one of the slower methods. It's getting pretty late. I want to go to sleep, so I put up a bunch of buy orders for raw fish, and I hope that they actually fill up by the time I wake up. Right, yeah, I've just woken up. I'm gonna go check my bazaar to see if it actually filled up. Oh yes, it's beautiful. Oh, never mind. So one of the faster methods I was talking about before was that I could use my sacks to store fish and then use the /recipe command to bulk craft a bunch of fish bait. Here I was insta-selling because I was making fish bait way too fast, but I was still making 3 times the amount that I bought the materials for. I also think that the reason why I didn't show you this earlier was because I was trying to show you early game methods on how to flip stuff without sacks due to the huge amount of requirements for the collections required to get the recipe. Another minor optimization that I remembered about was whenever your order fully fills up, you can flip the order and then cancel it so that it all goes into your stash. Using the command view stash materials, you can use the chest item to put all of your materials into your stash, allowing you to craft stuff faster if you needed a huge amount of quantities for it. 5 hours later, I was flipping more than one thing to have multiple income streams and therefore make more money. I was flipping golden carrots and hot potato books because I could no longer insta-sell fish bait. Although the margins were lower, they brought in more money because it costed more money. But the one thing I noticed about these markets is that it's more of a bloodbath than an actual market. I mean, I listed my stuff and then immediately get undercut afterwards, like what the hell. So to make enchanted golden carrots, all I needed to do was to buy golden carrots from the alchemist, insert it into my agronomy sack, rinse, repeat, and then use /recipe to craft it all, and then sell on the bazaar. Alrighty guys, I'm just gonna give you an end of the second day report. So, I've accumulated almost 160 million coins, which is about 10% of the way there to fully scrolled Hyperion. However, there's just a few problems with being this rich. Every flip that I enter into will immediately get destroyed because of the amount of people just undercutting and how much I destroy the market by putting up a ton of buy orders. And that's why I think I should enter a different market and also just leave like 50 mil to the side so that I can still bazaar flip while I wait for my stuff to sell. So I found this lad here who wanted to sell me a Giant Killer 7 book for 75 mil, but I negotiated it down to a nice 74 mil. This made me about 5 million if I sold it on the bazaar, and it was honestly the only lowball I would ever do that day. So another flip that I found that day was the Dragon Hunter 5 flip. You can buy all of your Dragon Hunter books for 1 mil, which would total to 16 mil. However, since I have a discount for like 3%, I bought it for 970, which increased my margins quite a little bit. And if you sold it as a Dragon Hunter 5 book for 18.9 mil, you'd basically make like 3 mil per book. Yo, my order for Giant Killer actually filled. Yo, 4 mil profit, let's go. I was about to go sleep that day, but then I realized that if I don't have all of my money within buy orders, am I even flipping right? So that's why I looked for more flips that costed more money and brought in more margins. And then I just happened to find the perfect flip for anyone who was starting on a new profile. Okay, so the flip that I found yesterday wasn't as lucrative in the morning. Wait, what? Yeah, it was a lot higher yesterday. Well, that's kind of a bummer. However, it still made profit, so I just sold it. I kept doing the same flips over and over again until I made more and more money. Some of the things that were new on day 3 were that I was flipping ghost shards for a little bit of a margin, some deep sea orbs because the spooky festival made them slightly cheaper, and then I listed a black cat on the auction house since I bought it for a little bit cheaper. On what? Okay, I didn't really expect these to sell. What? Okay. And how much a golden cat? It was at this moment that I decided to bully every person flipping carrots. You reach the daily limit in item values that you may sell on the bazaar. I'm suffering from success. No! Okay, well, at least I'm free for today. Please. Please, Chucky Papa. Please. 61k! I'm out. Or pub. The start of day 4 was rough. I couldn't have any orders full overnight because I reached the daily bazaar limit yesterday. It sucks, but it could always still come back. And also I had to get my black cat lowball because those wouldn't sell on time. Meanwhile, my golden carrots would. I am selling both of these for 75 mil. And also something that I didn't show you yesterday was that I bought an Execute 6 book from an old man for 50 mil. Why is it 42 mil? The book also wouldn't sell, so I just insta-sold it. Although the start of day 4 was rough, I was determined to finish this challenge within a week. With new limitations placed on the bazaar, I couldn't exactly flip golden carrots anymore. So that's why I went and crafted a bunch of mining sets, which I'll explain for later. Since I spent the entirety of day 4 just editing this video, I didn't have much time to flip on the bazaar, so that's why I opted for faster, short-term solutions. And one of them was crafting fish bait and instant selling them. At the time I made this video, fish were really cheap when you buy ordered them. They were 13 coins each and the salmon was 5 coins each. It totaled to around 30 coins per fish bait, but I could instantly sell it for around 140 coins. So I spent the next hour flipping fish bait. This wasn't sustainable by any means. In fact, I was crafting too fast for the demands of the economy to keep up, so I had to find another consistent flip. One of these flips were mithril. Since a lot of miners like to insta-sell their entire sack, my buy orders for tens of thousands of them kept filling. This was great because I could buy mithril for around 6 coins each. And since there was an NPC sell price of 8 coins, I was guaranteed to make 2 coins for each mithril sold to me. However, mithril wasn't the only thing that I flipped all night. I also flipped some carrots, some potatoes, some lapis, and even fish bait. At the end of the night, I ended up with 215 million coins in my purse and a bunch of fish orders. I first underestimated the amount that you'd make just by getting stuff in their base form and then selling it for way higher in the compact form. It makes so much money, but it also requires a huge amount of collection. So the more you have, the better. Later in the challenge, I found a more accessible flip that makes more money. Day 5 was a day of refinement. I didn't exactly have any new concepts or flips, but I did find more sources of materials which I could use to craft flip into the enchanted form. I placed buy orders for a bunch of coal since they seemed to be abundant and in demand. For some reason their enchanted form was going for 1200, so as long as I bought coal for less than 7 coins, I was making bank with it. I also performed the same flips as yesterday, except the only change was I flipped faster. A new flip that I decided to do that day was to flip whale bait. Compared to other flips, it had a relatively high margin, except the only catch was that it required a lot of materials. Something I learned that day was that I could actually craft whale bait just by using its raw materials instead of crafting the individual baits. After a while, I somehow had 14.4 million materials just in my stash, so I spent an hour clearing it, until I got an invitation from a fanboy. Pull up to my island, you gotta see my W pixel art. Oh my god. It's beautiful. Filled with determination from some finally good art, I continued doing my flips that I knew would generate me money. We ended the day with 136 mil in escrow, 327 million coins in our purse, and 172 million coins that we could get immediately. Now I know what you guys are thinking. You're probably wondering, where did day 6 go? Where did you put her? Where did you hide her? Well, the entirety of day 6 was just me flipping whale bait while being undercut by this one other guy which wouldn't allow me to shower. But anyways, I also spent the entire night just wiping black mold off of my bathroom grout, and honestly it wasn't a pleasant experience, but I'm back flipping stuff to a Hyperion. At this point I'm probably realizing that the real challenge of the flipping to a fully scrolled Hyperion challenge was the social isolation that you face whenever you try to like flip all the way. I've turned down several invites from friends that I used to play Kudra with, including Future 77. I've turned down like 5 invites from this guy. He probably hates me by now, but I gotta flip to Hyperion. Another problem that I found difficult to deal with was the undercutters. There are often times when you get undercut halfway while your buy order was filling, so you have to sit there and then compact your entire order before you could cancel it. Not to mention, the only way you can actually deal with them is to lower your margins, which also affects the rate at which I could complete the challenge. And honestly, the more I dealt with it, the more mentally exhausted I became. As I was bazaar flipping, I found a chill guy who imparted me with his wisdom.
I want you to think of something right now that makes you happy. That thing you see, the thing that lights you up, chase that. With all of your soul, chase it. Because it's easy to brush off life's potential. And I'm not trying to say that life is easy. In fact, I'd argue that the only way that something is meant to be is if you're willing to commit to the difficulty in bringing it to life.
Inspired by the words of a chill guy, I decided to invest in a bunch of deep sea orbs and hope that they skyrocket like last time. I bought each of them for 3 mil, so anything above that is profit. Another risky investment that I decided to take was to buy a bunch of green candy at the end of a spooky festival and then flip them for 200 coins more each, and that would net me a bunch of money. However, I lost money instead by converting all of it into bat fireworks and then sell offering them. Okay, let's go gambling! Anyways, by the end of the day, I pretty much made it past the 1 billion coin milestone. I only have 600 coins in my purse, but I also had a bunch of stuff just waiting in escrow, and also a bunch of things in my sack just waiting to be sold, so just trust me. Day 8 was just like any other day. I did my usual flips along with a new addition of mushrooms. It was a flip similar to Mithril, but instead of making 1.5 coins per item sold, I made almost 2.5 coins per mushroom sold. Everything was going smoothly. I was selling my deep sea orbs for a high markup, and I was making my last flips for the series, until the admins intervened. There was a new game update where they were releasing changes from the alpha server. They killed the one flip that I enjoyed the most, costing me around 30 million coins, which I still can't make back to this very day. And they disabled the bazaar! Time to go hub 1, start lowballing. Thank you, Hypixel. Very cool. Lowballing 1 bill purse. Oh my god, Rex Cody! Yo, is this guy gonna get lowballed? I'm not sure whether this will sell or not.
You'll do it for 16 million a friend ad.
Guys, should I sell my friend ad for 16 mil? Whab it. Alright. Guys, watch this technique, alright? I'm gonna go to the hub, and then immediately lowball this one. Oh my god! A 200 mil lowballing guy! / visit rude.
Are you trying to get a higher price for yours?
Yes.
Rabbits just to sell it instantly.
Yes, that is tech. You're looking for? I know, like 28 mil. They just gotta play it cool.
26.
Yo, he's buying it for 36.
Yo, he's getting
Okay,
scammed.
Say, can we meet in the middle? 27.
We're in the middle. I bet. That was rude.
There you
I feel
go.
so bad for like straight up scamming this guy. This guy will be remembered. I hope. Can you stop?
He's
No,
not doing
I need
anything.
you to lowball me.
Okay, what do you want me to lowball?
Yeah.
I'll take it for 1 coin. Is that fine?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I just made 100 times the amount of money I spent.
Yeah, but the
Return
bazaar's
on
closed.
investment was great. Can I like sell this to it? No, you can't. Guys, I got my next victim. / visit eggs are good. Alright. Why are you here with me? He can't be bought and then left immediately.
Hold one.
That's just a floating fishing
I
minion.
see that. I see
Completely
that.
useless.
No minion. No hoes.
Just like hoes. It is like hoes.
No hoes. No manipulation. Hear me out. This dwarf.
Hear me open.
Alright. Is exotic. 1 coin for it, please.
He's just ignoring you.
Yo, I think I've seen this guy.
He just got kicked.
Yo, he's buying my Domino.
Yo, you're breaking even. You're
I'm
breaking
breaking even. Yo, I broke even. Why are they protesting in Hub 1?
Oh, bro, this happened last time too.
What did they hate about this update? Alright, /visit 620M. Okay, this is actually really scummy. But better this guy get scammed than me, alright? I got scammed by the admins, and now I'm gonna spread it to the community. No! He dies! This guy isn't real. Okay, 40 mil. You know what?
I just witnessed. This is the first time for
You
every
just
time
witnessed
ever.
me go past a language barrier. Come on, Tom Randall. You know you want to buy a gemstone gauntlet for more than 14.2 million.
15 mil profit.
Can I get 15.5 mil? You gotta play it cool. You gotta play it cool.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah.
Profit is profit. Oh my god! Oh my god, Mr. House open. Wait, can I sell this? Nope. Okay, I got scammed. 3 hours later. Alright, these should fill overnight. I'm gonna go sleep now. Alright guys. My orders from last night have actually filled up. I have all the scrolls. I'm pretty sure I got ripped off because they actually cost less to buy instantly than to buy order from last night. But at least they filled. And also, after selling all of my coal and the stuff inside of my stash, I have 660 million to my name. I could almost buy a shiny handle. Are you kidding me? Alright guys, I finally acquired the funds to buy this shiny handle. I'm just gonna buy the one off of lowest bin because I really want this video to come out as soon as possible. Oh yeah. Finally, we have our shiny Necron handle. A lot of the haters out there might be thinking that since I'm flipping on my main profile, I'm cheating, but here's proof that I didn't cheat. Only haters will say that I failed the challenge. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna craft this Hyperion. Oh, my hard work is gonna pay off, but first, let's see if anyone is on my tail. Okay, it seems like the coast is clear. Just gonna craft this Hyperion real quick. And
Log. That's a nice sword you got there. Hope you don't stick me with it.
oh, this? Oh yeah, it's pretty nice. It's shiny.
So, Log, how'd you get the funds for it?
I flip people off for it.
Sounding like a true future IRS agent. Good boy.
So, what brings you here today, sir?
Relating to the sword in your inventory, I'm here today to talk to you about your car's extended warranty and the strenuous taxes you owe.
I have 500,000 coins to my name. I don't own a car, and even though I've just spent 1.4 billion coins, this is a business expense!
A business expense?
That's right. So guess what? You owe me! Where's my tax refund?
It can't be. That's not my department. Jimmy!
I'll win this time. Why are there so many yogs over there?
Hey, buddy. You didn't pay your rent last month.
Rent? I'm homeless.
You see, I don't think you understand. I own these streets. Everything you see around you, I'm the landlord of. Pay up.
What? How's that even possible?
I might have sold my liver to buy this whole place. So
How much is your liver, Val? How'd you buy the
Way too
entire
much.
land of your liver?
that's a great question that I don't even know the answer to. But yeah, I'm gonna need that rent money now. So
Rent.
running's futile.
Where'd my Hyperion go?
It's already too late. I'll see you in the next life. Or next month when your rent is due again, of course. So.
Man, I gotta go get a lawyer. I learned 3 things while doing this challenge. 1, with patience, you'll make money. 2, homelessness is a temporary state of mind. And 3, poverty is a permanent condition that we get put in by predatory.
This is the only time I'm ever going to use an eraser in this whole game, I hope you know.
Alright, hear me out. Honestly, I've had a different angle from you, and I think your fervor armor actually blends in. It just camouflages with these magma cubes for some reason. So we can just do it in the opening if you don't want to do it in the wall.
I hate you so much. We're doing this clip, bro. We're doing it in the wall. I don't care what you say, bro. I don't care what you say. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me I got this. Salvage this. We can salvage this. It's okay.
Yo,
this is salvageable. This is workable. Okay, they're getting out through the back. I don't know how, but they're getting out through the back. Okay.
What the hell?
What do you think about this? I might have sold my liver to buy this place.
How much did that even cost?
Way too much. You don't even understand. Bro, I'm just gonna die. No, like, dude, I'm already at half health. Like, I can't hide inside the map. Yo, yeah, everyone subscribe to Log1X Meister, bro. Everyone hit that sub button, hit that like button.
Nah,
My goat out here, dude. My goat.